What is up, ladies? Leon Trotsky bringing some more Battlefield 3 content. Just look at this scoreboard for a little bit. Uh, this, would you have fun in this game? I don't know. This is a fun game that we had. A very close game. It comes down to the wire, I just want to point out. But this is what can happen sometimes in competitive public arenas, I guess. This is, as you can see, there's a lot of level 100s on every side of the game here. Teams are not stacked. Teams are fairly even. In this game, I joined in kind of late. And I'm going to point out real quick here a couple things. One, this gameplay is not amazing because, well, one, I'm not the greatest player in the world. I'm going to straight up admit that. But at the same time, I'm playing against very good players, and your skills are stressed. Everything's under minute observations, and every little detail matters when you're playing against the best. So I don't know. Are you guys ready for that? Are you guys ready to play against the best? Can you guys handle playing against the best? Because it can be tough, it can be frustrating, but it can also be very rewarding, and it can be a learning experience. But, that's one of the opportunities that we wanted to provide with this PTFO Fridays. If you guys don't know, I'm going to be uploading this on Friday. Come check us out, guys. 7 p.m. Pacific time. You can search for my server, PTFOHQ. You could search for the Leon Trotsky's Revolution. We will be getting a community night together for the PTFOHQ channel. And we're going to be having a blast, getting a lot of very good players together to play some Rush, play some Conquest, communicating. We will be using Team VoIP. And we hope everybody's going to be playing the fucking objective and not playing like douchebags. We ask you to keep it respectful. Don't be spawn killing. Don't be doing stupid shit that you wouldn't like done to yourself. I can understand using an M16 and trying hard. There's nothing wrong with trying hard. Have fun though, and go for the win. I can't complain about that, but don't be a jerk. That can happen, and sometimes when you play in these competitive-ish environments. Obviously, this wasn't a set-up competitive game. I'm in a party with people all around the stuff. I know friends on both sides. Nobody's using Team VoIP. There's these TB guys as a clan on the Xbox 360. They're pretty good. There's a lot of level 100s. They have a lot of great players. There's some SOA guys. I think there's one or two SOA guys on the other side. And this lobby, I was in here for a few games. This is one of the closer games as far as scoreboard goes. So that's really what you should be keeping an eye on, and also breaking down all the little mistakes that I make in my gameplay, the corners I don't look at, the revives that I shouldn't have made. It's all under. It gets so frustrating when you play in these competitive games because every kill is important, and you really got to know your ability and know your skill level and know where you fit in a game to be able to know what role you can kind of take on. And obviously, there's certain guys in this game, I'm not exactly sure what they were doing. Probably running around with a tank. Usually, sign crossing, tanking is a really good way to go and get a lot of kills. But I'm assuming that's what some of these guys are doing. And you can tell who the best players are. They're still doing positive. They're still doing a lot for their teams. And I joined in late and I did what I could. But this game was all about the competitive play. And, some people, the competitive scene on Battlefield, there's only a few teams on the Xbox that are really good. There's not a bunch of tournaments. There's people scrimming here and there and stuff like that. And hopefully eventually DICE does something, Battlefield does something where they offer a tournament for console players. Oh, lol, that'll be funny. But, it is what it is. I think the way to go now that they can become very enjoyable is to play in these, public games with competitive players, with some of the best players, and communicate with them. Hopefully this game, with PTFO Fridays, we're going to be encouraging people to use the Team VoIP system. Sometimes it can be a little laggy and be annoying, and there can be people that are a pain in the ass. But, we're going to have active admins that are going to kick people, tell people to turn their mics on, stuff like that. If this is a hit, we'll be able to do stuff, maybe set up passwords so only people that are really wanting to play this PTFOHQ stuff are going to be able to join. We'll talk about that in future weeks. If you guys don't know, obviously there's going to be a bunch of links in the description. I'm just going to get this stuff out of the way because there's going to be some links to battle log pages. If you need to join the platoon, the PTFO platoon, we got 2 of them. You can join. If you do YouTube and you want to, get in on this PTFO stuff, we have a platoon set up for that too. You should follow a lot of our PTFOHQ guys on Twitter. I'll put some links in the description. It might take me a second to get them all in there, maybe a day. But yeah, we'll be doing that. Obviously, we'll be setting up this PTFOHQ channel. I want to talk a little bit more about that for a second. It's going to be a community channel that we're going to be doing with different community events, different people being able to put together their, you do YouTube, you want to put together some stuff, put it up on this channel. We're going to be building a small subscriber base that is really involved with us. It's really involved with playing with us. It's really involved with watching us. It's not all about hating and stuff like that. We don't want, especially we don't want people that are just going to be like PC centric, that are like, oh, like we totally support people that want to play on the PC, to support people that put up PC footage. It's just, we don't support people that are going to hate on console footage, because that's not cool, and we play on the console, and haters going to hate, but we don't like haters, so that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so, if you guys like these competitive type of games, hopefully that's what we will be providing with community nights. I obviously will be recording some stuff. Other people will be recording. Hopefully we'll get people streaming eventually. Stay tuned on Twitter so we can be posting up all this stuff, and it'll be a blast. These competitive games are fun. Hearing call-outs and stuff like this, obviously we're communicating, but hearing the team call-outs and stuff like that is going to be really fun. Especially when the axe gets to the grind, or the grind to the axe to the grind. I'm not sure how that phrase goes, but you know what I'm saying. When you really grind it down, and it's going to be tough. This game got intense. I mean, these games, I must have played 4 or 5 games in this lobby this night, and every single game, except for maybe 1 or 2, were really competitive. And when I say competitive, I'm meaning that there's only a few people going above positive on either team. Maybe four people a team usually go above when I say above positive, I mean substantially above positive, like 1.5 to 2.0 KD. There's only a few people really sticking their head out above everybody else, showing how good they are. And it's really also, when it comes down to how competitive it's the scoreboard. It's how many kill streaks you can go on. It's that, I'm finding a lot of kill death. Maybe I get 2 kills. It's a lot of reviving. It's a lot of team play. And that's really what makes a competitive game. And when it's really competitive and you get a lot of good players that know what they're doing, every little action, I know I said this a bunch of times, but every little action comes into play. And that's when it's really how good you are with everything is going to determine how effective you are in the battlefield, and how effective you are at helping your team to win. And the more you have, the more effective players, the more you're going to have a chance to win. So, I'm playing, I think this might have been my first game of the day, so I'm going to use that as an excuse for some of the rust that I jumped into. Probably the most ridiculous game ever as your first game of the day. Usually I like to try and warm up with maybe a little TDM canals. That's how I usually start my server, with a TDM map. But man, it's fun. It's fun. Some people don't find this fun. Some people would get in this lobby and be like, man, level 100s, tryhards, I'm done. But if you enjoy this kind of stuff, it adds a new spice to the game, because there's only so much entertainment you can find in a video game when you just dominate over and over and over and over and over again. I played this game for hundreds of hours. I'm a level 100. There's a lot of people that are high level that have put hundreds of, if not sometimes thousands of hours into this game already. And the only way that you're really going to still get that desire to keep playing, the desire to keep it fresh, is to keep challenging yourself. You got to keep shit fresh by challenging yourself, by trying new stuff, and getting outside of your comfort zone. And this right here, playing against the better players, playing against some of the best players, is what makes you a better player, is what makes this game fun and fresh, is trying hard sometimes. It can be frustrating, getting killed in a video game, because you're like, man, I'm just supposed to be playing fun and I'm getting frustrated. Oh, it's just a game, but I'm having a hard time. Sometimes you get more pleasure out of something that takes a little bit of effort and takes a little bit of conflict. And once you overcome that conflict and, get into that zone when you're just tearing people up, yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun. And, sometimes it takes a little bit to get there, to get your skill level there, to get your mentality there. But eventually you can get to a point where you're just on point. You know what I mean? This was my first game, but, I've had those games. Everybody's had those games when it's just like you kill everything and there's no stopping you. And everybody also has those games when you get frustrated and there's somebody in the other team that's just dominating you, whether it be with an F2000 or a spaz with shotgun slugs or something like that. There's always going to be, or at least usually going to be, at least one person that's going to have your number, that's going to be able to take you on pretty good. And being able to overcome that and challenge yourself to overcome that is really, making yourself a better Battlefield player, making yourself a better person when you do similar stuff like that in your life, to make, overcome challenges, but you can do what you want. You can have fun, just play this game nonchalantly, go for gameplays on Metro 24/7, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? That's why you buy the game, that's why you pay $60. But I feel that a lot of people will find the most enjoyment out of a game when they, eventually you get to that point when you need to challenge yourself and you need to find something new. So, let me know. Do you guys find yourself at that point sometimes when you need to find a challenge and, find that competitive scene in you, or find that competitive environment where, it doesn't have to be you joining a clan and playing clan matches all the time on game battles. It could be, finding a good group of guys, playing against another good group of guys in scrims, finding a good lobby where there's always good competitive players on there. Find your stuff, find your niche. Everybody's got their space. Let me know what you enjoy. Let me know if you enjoy competitive games like this, because I hope you do, because that's what I hope to be providing for some of the people on PTFO Fridays, is obviously competitive games where people can test their might against some of the better players in the world. But as you see here, I can't even 10-22, I think is the score there. I don't know, but we win. We end up winning this game. I can't even. Eight tickets left. Yeah, we have like 8 tickets left, and somehow we get them like all capped out or something like that. It is craziness. Craziness. I can't see this. You guys watch the scoreboard as it winds down here. Check out all the links in the description. I ended up winning by a slim margin. PTFO like a boss. You know how we do, guys. Come check us out. Links are going to be in the description. Once again, PTFO Fridays, PTFOHQ. Oh God, what a game! That's what it's all about. It's just that final scoreboard. Obviously, the other team was pissed. We were pumped, and that's what it's all about. Just overcoming, and just that last. Your team won. Ladies, we'll catch you on the battlefield. Till next time, you know how we do. PTFO. Check out links in the description. Let me know. Do you enjoy these competitive games, or are you just a little pub in? Just pub it up. I enjoy the competitive stuff. Let me know. Comments below. Check us out. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Till next time, ladies.